Real quick before starting, I got COVID, so I might sound a little bit off. Sorry about that. The world is a cold place. Not everyone gets to be popular. Not everyone gets to be incredibly attractive. Not everyone gets to be rich. Not everyone gets power. This is a pretty hard pill to swallow for a lot of people. I mean, we only live once, so I imagine it's pretty rough if you don't get any huge positive traits in the one life we live. Some people accept this truth and just try to find their place in the world anyways, not stressing about having any amount of power. This is probably the right path to take, but some people refuse to accept the idea of them not having power. These people are people with very little power in the real world, a fact which greatly angers them. I want you to put yourself in the shoes of one of these people for a moment. You wake up with no significant other and very few good friends. You check your primary social media, Discord, to see 0 new messages. You sigh and lay in bed for 3 more hours trying to think of any reason to drag yourself out of bed. You are deeply, deeply unhappy. Just then, you hear a notification. You grab your phone at the speed of light to discover that your dreams have come true. Your Reddit moderator application has been accepted. You rush to your computer, grinning ear to ear. Your first time on Reddit as a moderator. Oh joy! You see a post pushing an agenda for the political party you don't like. Banned! The first drop of power has fallen upon your tongue and you are instantly hooked. That's how PowerMods are born. I'm Muck and today I'm going to talk to you a bit about these fellas. PowerMods are Reddit moderators for a large amount of subreddits, mainly top-ranked ones. The problem with these PowerMods is that through their moderation they essentially end up controlling the opinions of all the users of these subreddits. Some PowerMods end up moderating close to 1,000 different subreddits without pay. Why? Seriously, why? They're making no money, and these people seem to be assholes, so they're not doing it out of the kindness of their heart. They just want power. Let's look at an example. GallowBoob first. GallowBoob's been on Reddit for about 8 years now. In this time, the king of karma racked up an embarrassingly high 36.9 million karma. Christ, man, take a second, take in the world around you. You amass this much karma by taking posts that gain popularity on small subreddits and reposting them on larger subreddits, getting way more recognition for way less creativity and effort. That's nothing new on Reddit though. Because of his massive karma stash, he started to get interviewed by sites calling him a virality expert. They say GallowBoob is a uniquely modern phenomenon, a man who has made his career by his knack for spotting content with mass appeal. Real interesting way to say that he steals other people's work for his own benefit, but sure! GallowBoob, despite having this many internet points, is an incredibly infamous user on here for being a PowerMod. What people really got pissed at him for was shilling. Because of his popularity online, he had the ability to advertise to thousands and thousands of people. And because of his being a moderator for so many different sites, he can ensure that any advertised posts did well. After he uploaded a post about Netflix's new logo animation, people began to suspect him of shilling, and he started receiving hate on the internet, the worst punishment known to man. This led to his giant meltdown and finally being done with the site. He threw a little tantrum saying he hopes Reddit burns, comparing himself getting hate to when Reddit wrongly identified the Boston bomber as a man who had killed himself, and saying he won't post any more content on Reddit without getting paid for it. Oh, and also he apparently faked almost losing his mother for sympathy. The guy's an all-around power-hungry loser, a great model of an asshole Redditor, but a better model of a power mod? AwkwardTheTurtle. Awkward moderates several thousand subreddits, and sucks at moderating on each one. They ban and mute anyone who disagrees with them, and locks any threads where they don't like what's being said. They're one of those people who say incendiary stuff for the sake of saying incendiary stuff, because they love to piss people off. but don't love to listen to them be pissed off, as evidenced by the constant banning and muting. Awkward seems to have a vendetta against white people and men. Now listen, I'm a strong believer that racism against white people and sexism against men, while it can technically exist, doesn't really mean jack shit. You know. So I'm not gonna sit here and call this person a sexist or a racist. I don't think I can really comment on that too much as a white dude. I do think, however, I'm in a position as a human to comment on the fact that they're incredibly annoying. Listen, I love a good white guy joke. But Awkward's not funny. Awkward just comes off as annoying. If I was half unconscious during this roast, I might think it's pretty good. But if you think about it for more than a second, it's just stupid. White people smell like Werther's Originals? They're scentless. They do not have a scent. They're caramels. You can't smell caramels. You will not and cannot smell caramels. What are you on? AwkwardTheTurtle is so unpopular, in fact, there's a petition out there with over 20,000 signatures dedicated to banning them from the site. At least people are aware that PowerMods exist and that they suck ass. Maybe you see why this happens. While the power they have isn't really power at all, it is real power to them. Sure, it's censoring free speech, so it is kinda powerful, but not in a way that matters much. When they block posts they don't agree with, it comes off a lot less powerful and a lot more obnoxious. It's definitely more harmful in ways we can't see, you know, the way they have the power to manipulate the thoughts of an entire site, especially a site like Reddit. They can essentially make it seem like the average person has whatever opinion is convenient for them, or whoever's paying them. Reddit's meant to be a site where the average person's opinions are seen about as often as the famous people, unlike every other social media site. But with these PowerMods, they can manipulate the site to make it seem like the common man coincidentally shares their opinion. How fortunate. But I guess we'll see how much this impacts us a bit further in the future. Alright, my last video pulled in a lot more people, like way more people than I'd ever seen before. And most of you probably are those people, so thank you for being here. I sincerely hope you stick around. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as that other one, and I'm really glad to have you all here. Once again, I've been a little bit under the weather, so I hope that hasn't affected this video all too much. Do me a huge favor, subscribe, like, comment, join the Discord if you want. All things I would greatly appreciate. Stay safe, stay off Reddit, and have a good one.